Hi there, it's Sam from poodles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It is a huge box, and actually I've got it all tied up, but it opens up like that. Absolutely enormous. It's 8 inches by 3 inches by 2 inches. That's 20 centimetres by 7.5 by 5. It's a whopper, and it uses this stunning Springtime Foils designer series paper that is free with a £45, €60 spend, and the Eclectic Expression stamp set, also free. Love it. Gotta love making free stuff. And we've only got a couple of weeks left. I think it's 2 weeks Sunday is the last day. So get your stuff now. Okay, so this was the one that used rose gold and gold, and this one's the one that uses silver and gold. There's also silver stripes, and then there are rose gold spots. And I like the mix of colours, or metals I should say. Right, so we're gonna make this box. Let me move my coffee out of the way. With this cardstock, it is technically designer series paper, but it's quite thick, and if you score it that way, it tends to crack. So normally you would see me scoring with the paper side that I want to show uppermost. Don't on this. Ask me how I know. I know because I made that mistake. Okay, so on the first side, we're going to score it at 2 inches, 5, 7 and 10, which in metric is 5, 12.5, 17.5 and 25. I'm sorry, I forgot to say, if you're in metric, trim it down to 30 by 30 centimetres. Okay, on the next side, score it at 2 and 10, which is 5 and 25. I do love this style of box. Okay, so right, let's get folding. So be quite gentle with it, but like I say, if you score it on the back, it doesn't crack. If you score it on the right side up, it will, and you'll wreck a piece of paper. And even though it's free, still don't want to wreck it because there are limited supplies. Okay. So that is all folded. And I've got a wibble there. That I think is going to sort itself out. Okay, let me grab my big scissors. So you can see that I've got 5 sections here, and then I've got little squares. So we want to cut into the squares. So cut straight down the rectangle and wedge into the square. How much you wedge is entirely up to you, but that's a good amount. So you can see I've got a wedge there. And then just keep going with all 6 wedges. So have you absolutely loved Celebration this year? I have stockpiled the ribbon and the papers. I've got plentiful supply of the stamp sets. And we have had dozens and dozens and dozens of people join our team. I've had dozens of people joining me. Dozens joining me directly, but dozens and dozens all over. Actually, all 5 of the countries we've had people join into the team. And yeah, dozens have joined because they're taking advantage. I mean, it's, you know, £99 to join, and you get to choose £130 worth of stuff. So you've got £31 worth of free stuff straight away, and then 2 extra free stamp sets on top, and then a 20% discount on future purchases. I mean, you know, you can understand why dozens of people have joined. Okay. But yes, I've absolutely loved Celebration this year. I love it every year, but I've loved it particularly this year. And you know what? This paper has done it for me. So, okay, let me turn it back that way so you can see. So you can see all where I've wedged it out. Okay, and it's going to fold up and round like that. So if I turn it back this way, I'm going to put glue on all these chopped up, all these squares that I've just hacked about. So all 6 of them. Oops, I'm going to misfuse. I love it, even when it decides it wants to go stringy on me. Right, so this is quite big, and I'm going to risk hitting the tripod, hitting the lens rather. So this part is going to come round and stick under here. And the one that is next to it, that is also going to stick round. Okay. Okay, that's 1/2 of one side of the box. I'm going to repeat the same over here. So that's the bottom of the box done. So now just to do the lid. And that box will close up now. And on my first one I used the Night of Navy crinkle ribbon, and I'm going to use the Emerald Envy because that's also something that's leaving us. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not, because that's all I've got left. Have I got any in my drawer? Oh, where's my ribbon drawer? I'm not. Oh no. And I wanted crinkly stuff. What's this one? I don't know what colour that is. That's, ooh, that's going to clash. Oh no, I didn't check the ribbon first. We'll just do a little bow. Oh, there's always one. So I won't make it a crossbow all the way over. I'm just going to do it like this. Note to self. Always check how much ribbon you have before setting up for filming. The problem is that although my ribbons are handy, my cardstock I would have to slide across the office to get to it, and I have got a lovely piece of Emerald Envy right there. It's so short, I don't know that I'm going to get. Am I going to get a bow out of this? Maybe just. It's a bow of sorts. There we go. You get the point. Okay, so moving on, the Eclectic Expressions, love it. I'm going to do a little bit of heat embossing. So I've got my thank you, and I'm just literally going to roughly eyeball sort of how much I kind of want. And so I want it to be, I'm going to say 3 by 1.5 inches. So if I cut this down to 1.5 by 3, so that is about 7.5 by 4 centimetres. So I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger. So I'm going to make it 1 3/4 by, what was that? Forgot what it was, 3 1/4. So about 8 by 4.5 centimetres, and that will get me a little border around it. Okay. So, heat gun, Versamark, gold, and embossing buddy. Really didn't prep everything properly, did I? So, that's my heat gun turned on. So what I've got here is my embossing buddy, and it's just going to take off the static. I've got my thank you. Need a bit of a longer block, I think. Very grubby blocks. I did some work with glitter, and then small children helped, and it got messy. So my thank you on there. Yep, that's on there. There's the lid. And then a scrap of paper, which is going to have to be my notes. There we go. And then pour that away. Always put your embossing powder away before putting your heat gun on. It gets messy otherwise. Okay. Heat gun here. So if you've got the volume up, turn it down. I'm going to watch alchemy happen. And it goes from dull to shiny beautifully. There we go. Should hopefully be seeing that now. Lovely. Okay, so let's move those bits out of the way. And the Eclectic Expressions. If you know me, you know that I absolutely loved Gorgeous Grunge. That was such a gorgeous stamp set. Huh, Gorgeous Grandeur is a gorgeous stamp set. It really was. It was right up my street, and I so miss it. I miss it lots. And this is kind of ticking those boxes. Okay. There's my Emerald Envy ink. Now this ink pad, this stamp set rather, it's designed to have this sort of murky edge to it. Can you see? It's got this sort of, but that's nice. That works really, really well with this. So straight over the top of that. Bravo. And then this has got little stars and circles on it. Just scattered. Love it. And you can see that it has curled with the heat gun. That's okay, we don't mind, because I'm going to fast fuse it to my piece of Emerald Envy, which means it's now solid and stuck. It's not going to bend anymore. A couple of dimensionals on there. Well, the idea was that it went off to one side, so you know what, we'll do it this way and have them slightly different. But I love it. What a way to showcase that stunning paper and that gorgeous stamp set. I really do like it in Emerald Envy. I'm glad I went and persevered and managed to sort of get a little knot. I'm really going to miss that colour. Oh, why do we have to change these things? Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. And thank you for everybody who's joined my team recently and come shopping. Ends in 2 weeks' time. Speak to you all soon. Bye.